Hi everybody, it's Audrey. I'm here today to share with you a video for Clique Kits with the April kit called Jellybean. It is packed full of super bright, fun colors and patterns and prints. Here's the papers. A lot of them are from Bella Boulevard, a couple from Chamel in there, and lots of cute, adorable embellishments. There's some die cuts and photo clips and doilies and exclusive flair and enamel dots and puffy stickers, which are one of the add-ons, and some foam words from Freckled Fawn, I believe. So just lots of great stuff. So I was inspired by this piece of paper that has a whole bunch of paint strokes on it, and I also used a cut file that is based on paint strokes, and this cut file is from the Just Next store, and I think it's just called Brush Strokes. And I enlarged the brush strokes really big, and I also used just a font on in Silhouette, just a font on my computer to cut out the word art. And my plan is to put this bright pattern paper behind those big brushstroke cutouts. And I'm not going to do that with the word art. I'm going to do something different with the word art. So my photo is of my daughter painting, and she got some painting supplies for her birthday. And I showed her a Bob Ross video. You know, the guy with the afro who did all those painting videos on PBS, and she loved them. And so she sat down, I put the iPad up for her, and she watched a whole video and painted a whole scene, and it was like 45 minutes long, and she did a great job. So I just snapped a picture of that, and it was so super cute. And she was really happy with her painting. Speaking of painting, I just grabbed some black paint and a big 1-inch brush, and it's a dry brush, no water, and I am painting some black areas in there with, I like to use a dry brush because it creates those streaks. And then I went back after my brush was dry, and I did add some water to water down the paint a little bit, and I'm trying to squeeze the brush to get out some big drops there and make some splatters on the page as well. And I had it all over my fingers and was splattering it over there too. I kind of like this idea of cutting out the title and then painting over it and then being able to put something behind it, which I'm going to do. While that is drying, I have also cut out a frame for my photo, and I cut it out of white cardstock, and I just went through and doodled a border around it with a micron pen. And that's pretty much how my layout was going to be. I did a lot of pre-planning for this page in Silhouette Studio. I probably should have recorded that and showed you what I did, but you know, putting the brush stroke cuts just in the right spot and resizing my photo to the right size and the title and stuff as well. So I'm looking for some little embellishments to add to my page, and I decided to use this month's printable. And I love the printables that come with the kits. There are so many cute little cards and different shapes and little phrases and stickers and all kinds of things. Well, not stickers, but things you could turn into stickers. So I'm going to cut out a couple of these shapes, and I don't use them all, but I kind of just play around with them. And I especially like the little black and white ones. Okay, so I cut a few of those out, and I decided that my photo needed something around it, just a really thin border. And there was a card on one of the pieces of pattern paper that was just bigger than my photo, and a pink card, and I cut out the middle just in case I wanted to use that in another project. And I'm going to back my photo with that. And it's not a very obvious border, but it does add, you know, it does, I think, make the photo pop off from the white frame a little bit. So I'm going to add that on. And my thought here, the reason I did this frame is I wanted it to make it look like a piece of hanging art, like a piece of art in a frame. And so that's why I used the frame around the photo like that. My paint splatters still were not dry, and you can see that one up in the top left there still has a little bit of a reflection in it because it's wet. So I was getting very impatient, and I didn't want to wait for it to dry, and I didn't want to break out my heat gun because I was being lazy, so I just wanted to get this in. This is actually a very quick layout for me. Like I said, I did a lot of the pre-planning in Silhouette. So after I glued that down, I realized I wanted to add something to it, so I had to pull it back up. And that little clip, which is from Bella Boulevard, says "Paint Me Pretty," which is perfect. And the little piece of exclusive flair says "She's Crafty," which is also perfect. So really, I was inspired, like I said, to use this photo because of this piece of pattern paper and because a lot of these sayings and phrases on the different things in the kit. So I took off a few of those other foam shapes, and I just scattered those around, a couple stars. And I played around a little bit with where to put these other black and white embellishments. I mean, I like the black and white, and I like how, the heart and the arrow kind of pick up, over the black. They add a lot of contrast, and they kind of pick up on the title area as well. But I also liked them when the paint areas were just black with nothing else on them, because I thought it really made them stand out. So I kind of go back and forth here whether or not to put the black and white elements on the black area or to take them off and put them somewhere else. You'll see in a little bit here I actually take the arrow off and I move the heart down to the photo. So I am going to, I think now, start sticking some things down. I put that there, and actually I move it a few more times and then come back and put it back up there again. And I decided before I go on I probably should glue this down because I know that's going there for sure. So let me glue that down. This pattern paper, I don't know if you're familiar with the children's book Elmer. It's about an elephant who is made out of patchwork colors. This pattern paper totally reminds me of Elmer the elephant. You gotta go look it up. It's like the exact same pattern. Okay, so I added some craft foam behind my photo there, just to make the frame pop up off the page a little bit and stand out. And I am getting my paper piercer and an old-fashioned brad. So I put that brad in the page and wrapped a little bit of twine around it, black and white twine, to kind of make it look like the frame was hanging on the background. I wasn't sure how my white gel pen was going to work on this black paint, because sometimes when I use a black pen on white paint, it doesn't come off very well, but this worked awesome, and it worked. I was so pleased with the way that the white pen worked in the black paint, so I definitely want to try that again. So I wrote my journaling on, and for me, I usually leave my journaling to the very last thing, so I was just thinking about the story, and so I'm like, I'm just going to write it down now. And interestingly, I think putting the journaling on there and adding the white to that area kind of influenced my design a little bit, because I end up taking that heart off right there and putting it back up, because I felt that black paint stroke area now by itself needed something white up there. So the centers of the letter A and R, I went off to the side and, well, I haven't yet, but I'm going to paint those centers black as well. And I decided that since I had the frame doodle, the border around my frame doodled with a black pen, that I wanted to add a few more doodles. And I was looking for a star stamp. I thought I had one, and then I was looking for star rub-ons, and I'm like, you know what, why don't I just use a pen and go ahead? I kind of get nervous, though, like writing anything with a pen on my page. So I just went through and doodled a few pens. I just got a whole new set of micron pens, which I love to use in different tip lengths, or not lengths, but widths. And there is my finished page. So I filled in the A and the R. I added a couple stickers down there, some artsy kind of stickers. Perfect. Oh, and I also stamped the date there with some white ink. I was surprised that worked too on the black paint. So please go check out this kit in the Clique Kits store. It is absolutely gorgeous, so fun and bright. You'll just love the colors. Thanks so much. Stay scrappy, friends, and I'll see you soon.